Hi kindergarten, it's Mrs. Shervani from the Citizenship Academy in Syracuse, and I have another very fun story for us to read. So we read The Little Excavator on Monday, which he helped to fix up his dirty lot and turn it into a nice park. We read Planting a Rainbow yesterday, and today we are going to read Be Kind. And we've been talking about how to be kind to the earth, but it's also so important to be kind to each other and our families and ourselves and our classmates and everybody that we meet. So today, let's see how this story shows us how to practice kindness. And let's look out for, in this book, the characters and the setting of the story again. Remember, the characters are who or what or the animals that a story is about, and the setting is where a story takes place. So let's try to identify those two story elements today. So this is Be Kind, written by Pat Zietlow Miller, illustrated by Jen Hill. So Pat Zietlow Miller, she wrote the words of the story. She's the author. And Jen Hill drew the pictures. This is the front cover. Be Kind is the title. This is the back cover. And this is called the spine of the book. Tickle, 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 tickle your spine. Be kind. Let's read. Tanisha spilled grape juice yesterday. All over her new dress. Everyone laughed. I almost did too, but Mom always tells me to be kind. So I tried. I think this girl is the one who is speaking. I don't think it worked. I said, purple is my favorite color. I thought Tanisha would smile, but she ran into the hall instead. When she came back, snack time was over. She put on her art smock and didn't look at anyone. Oh, she was really, really sad. I almost told Tanisha that art was my favorite class, but I didn't want her to leave again. So I painted purple splotches and added some green until I had a bunch of beautiful violets. While I painted, I thought about Tanisha. Should I have handed her my napkin? Should I have let her borrow my sweatshirt? Spilled my juice so everyone stared at me instead? What does it mean to be kind anyways? What do you think it means to be kind? I'm sure you hear that a lot. Let's see. This book is going to give us a lot of good ideas. Maybe being kind is giving. Making cookies for Mr. Rinaldi, who lives alone. Letting someone with smaller feet have my too tight shoes. He might win races in them too. I think that is her little brother. Maybe it's helping. Putting dirty dishes in the sink. Yeah, that's so kind. Cleaning up after Otis, our class skinny pig. He's a messy eater. I know so many of you kiddos love to help in the classroom too. Maybe it's paying attention. Telling Desmond I like his blue boots. Asking the new girl to be my partner. Or listening to Aunt Franny's stories, even the ones I've heard before. Maybe being kind should be easy, like throwing away a wrapper or recycling a bottle. Ooh, yes. I see she's right over here, and she is taking care of the earth to recycle a bottle. And even that little pigeon, I think that's a pigeon, is taking care of the earth by throwing away trash and not littering. Oh, here she's saying thank you. Someone sneezed and she said, bless you. My mom says the quickest way to be kind is to use people's names. Yeah, I would so agree with that. So she's saying, hey, but she's not just saying hey to this person. She's using the person's name. Hey, Kayla. What's new, Omar? Good afternoon, Rabbi Mandelbaum. So nice, because it makes it more personal. Being kind can be hard, though. Even when you know what to do, Teaching someone something I'm good at is tricky, even when I'm patient. Oh, so right now she's trying to be patient to her little brother here. She's trying to teach him letters and sounds, but he is taking, looks like, his jam and getting the book all messy. And sometimes it's hard to be patient and it's hard to be kind when those things happen. So when those things happen to me, I try to take a little breath and realize that it's all okay. And then I feel a little better. And sticking up for someone when other kids aren't kind is really hard. Yeah, it is hard. Sticking up for somebody means that when somebody says something mean to them, you say, hey, stop, that's not nice. That's what it means to stick up for somebody. It can be really scary. Okay, let's stop for a minute. We wanted to know who the characters were in this story, right? What do you think are the characters of this story? Well, there are a lot of people in this story, right? A lot of people. And we could call them all characters, but I think there's only one main character, this girl right here. And we don't really know what her name is, but I would say she's the main character because we're seeing the story all from her perspective. So I think she's the main character. Maybe I can't solve Tanisha's grape juice problem. Maybe all I can do is sit by her in art class and paint this picture for her because I know she likes purple too. That's so kind. Maybe I can only do small things, but my small things might join other people's small things. Ooh, so take a look at this. This is cool. This person is picking up some yarn that this woman dropped. And then she's using the yarn to knit something with a young child, maybe her granddaughter. And then the granddaughter is giving the scarf that they knitted to this young lady. So we have one kind act that makes another kind act that turns into another kind act. So being kind is contagious. And being kind grows into something big. Something really big. So big that our kindness spills out of our school. So here they're donating some old clothes, and that is one way you can take care of the earth too, because in this, our country, the United States especially, there is a lot of clothing waste, and clothes just go and sit in those landfills that we talked about, and they don't decompose for hundreds of years. So donating your clothes to other people is a way you can help take care of the earth too. It's a good way too. Here's a post office, and this woman is holding the door open for the mail carrier. And here somebody is getting some flowers that say get well. That's very kind. Here is an animal refuge, and people are adopting a cat. It's a cat that has been rescued. So instead of getting like a fancy schmancy cat from big pet breeder, they are rescuing an animal that needed some help, which is a really, really wonderful thing to do. And here is somebody helping carry some books at the library. And here at the bus stop, there are people being kind and giving directions to each other. All kind acts. I love it. Oops. This book, the words carried over from the other page, so I have to look back at what it said. So big that our kindness spills out of our schools, spreads throughout our town, and it travels across the country and goes all the way around the world. Yeah, kindness is contagious, like we said. So here is a veteran, that's a soldier, who is working hard for our country, says thank you for your service, and they're welcoming him home. Here is, this must be Brazil, and I see they are playing some music with each other. That's amazing. Here somebody is picking up somebody who slipped in the ice, and here is a woman who is pregnant, and she's on the bus, and she's holding up a pole here so she doesn't fall over, and this man got up to give her his seat, which is very kind. Oh, this person's backpack unzipped and stuff is falling out, And this person is bringing back her stuff that fell out. Oh, here's somebody fixing up some glasses, helping reach something that's too tall, and taking care of animals. All very kind things from all over the country. And maybe kindness would spill right back to Tanisha and me, so we can be kind again and again. They're all being so kind. What kind acts do you see? I see a lot in this picture. And again. It looks like she's getting cheered up. Oh, and she put the picture on her bedroom wall. She looks like that did help cheer her up, huh? Oh, kindness is so important. It's important to be kind to our earth, but it's also really important to be kind to each other as well. And we did see a couple of ways that they were being kind to the earth too. We named the character of the story, but did we name the setting? The setting of this book is kind of tricky because it changes a lot, doesn't it? The setting starts off at their school, in their cafeteria, and then it goes across the town to various places. So remember, the setting is where the story takes place, and the story is taking place in a lot of different places. It takes place in her house, too, and around the town here. And then remember, it even takes place all around the world. So there are a lot of settings in this book, but that's okay. You can have more than one setting of a story because things change throughout stories, right? So today, your challenge, just like this book, I want you to think of one kind thing you can do for your family today. Something that maybe you've never done before. Something that would make a family member of yours feel appreciated and loved. Think. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to go fill up Mr. Shervani's water bottle and bring it downstairs to him in the basement because he's working hard down there and I'm sure he would like a little drink. So that's something I'm going to do. What will you do that is kind today? If you are able to, take a picture of it and send it in to us on Google Classroom or Class Dojo. We would love to see it. I love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with our last fun story of the week, Tiny, the New York Easter Bunny. All right, adios.